Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, people. Right off the bat, Thomas Decoud, 499 super chat. Pop that super chat cherry for the day. Ouch! He goes, hey, this isn't the mall. Living La Vida Loca. You got that right, Thomas. And speaking of Biden pervertus, our grandpa in chief or our activist in chief, I did a video a little bit earlier. I'll be uploading it after I do my live talking about the Biden DOJ suing the state of Arizona because they dare. How dare you, Arizona, the Sun State? They dare to require people to show, I want to make sure I'm not saying this too loud, identification before they vote. I know. How dare you, Arizona? You have no right to require your citizens to prove they're citizens before they vote. So, of course, it's racist, and of course, it's turning back the clock. That's what they said. Like I said, video uploading after this live. So stick around. Remember in Predator when he threw that machete through Homeboy's chest and he stuck him to the wall and he said, stick around. So make sure you do that, people. But first, the recent string of mass shootings, especially those in schools, is bringing about stricter gun reform bills. Congress has just passed the most significant gun reform bill we've seen in decades. But bad guys will always have access to guns. Unfortunately for law-abiding citizens, the Second Amendment has never been more at risk of being infringed than this year. A new site is showing their support for the Second Amendment to create change, and you can get in on it too. The Support the Second coin usually retails for $24.95, but it's currently free for a limited time to bring awareness to the issues affecting gun owners today. This coin has beautiful engravings on both sides, with one side stating the bold text, "The Second Amendment is my gun permit." Carry it in your pocket, in your gear, or in your vehicle as a reminder of the freedom that we have. If you're proud to be an American and proud of your gun rights, you'll love the Second Amendment coin. Get your free Second Amendment coin today by going to supportthesecond.com. That's supportthesecond.com. Love to do that with papers. What's up, everyone? I see you in the comment section. Shall we start from the top? Yes, we shall. Shall we? Shan't we? I got to figure out when to use the word shan't. I've never used that word regularly. I need to. Shan't we? Big Show, smash the like button, folks. Big Show's right. I don't even know him, but I know he's right. Like, sub like, all that YouTube language. Flossing. Oh, I get it. Flossing. Verlin, Mary, Eric, Blessed Veteran Adventures, Lactanen, Matthew, Boris, Missing Throat, Lightning Bug, D, Nomo, Amrox, Chrome, Lessons Learned, Spunbearing 65. Good to see you. Saw a dead armadillo. I've never seen one in real life, but I have seen pictures of them. Doesn't that happen in Texas a lot? Chris, Bobby, Walter, LB of Greens, Kana, Libby, GS, Danielle, 911. I get it. The Roman numerals. All right. What's up? Tommy from Texas. Sup. Random guy on the internet. I don't know. What's up to you, man? Good damn afternoon to you, too. Lord German Husbando. Chad. The Ferg. Latifa. Gordiva. What's up? Don. Happy to be here. Bradley. Danielle. Michael, Don, the same Don I said last time. If not, what's up? Either way. VSA, Anita, Sean, Dirk. You better be tough for a name like Dirk. You can't have no soft handshake if your name's Dirk. Hi, name's Dirk. That better be like that. Don't be no weakling when your name's Dirk. KC, Patricia, hey, Timothy, Dottie. You get the picture. Chris, C. Valdez, Brian King B. Falcone. What's up, Jerican family? What's up? Audrey. All right, you get it. Hello, everybody. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. Venmo, GreenforGreen, Cash App, $ Jericho Green, 1 super chats. You saw what Thomas did. I think somebody else did it too. First come, first serve. You know how it goes. There we go. Hold up. Hold up. Martin, right off the bat, huh? Shima 86, Dirrty Dancing. Jericho, are you going to get on your head and twerk for subscribers? Thanks for all you do, American. I'm glad you asked, Shima 86, and the answer is no. The answer is hell no. The answer is hell fuck no. You will never. you know they say never say never. I'm saying that shit right now. I will never twerk standing on my head or otherwise for anyone on this planet ever, for any reason. Glad we got that out of the way. D-Light, if it won't let you super chat, I don't know why the fuck it's hating on some and not others, but you can also go the Venmo route, GreenforGreen or Cash App $ Jericho Green 1. Denise, hi from the Central Valley. People you want to know where your nuts and your avocados and your peaches and nectarines and all that shit come from? Central Valley. Gary, no, I will not be putting on a show for any of you perverts. Don't worry, Dirk. There'll be no twerking here, people. But the reason, funny story. The reason I chose that picture is because I'm going to be talking about Senator Tiara Mack, hopefully former Senator Tiara Mack, who stood on her head and twerked for votes. And so the original picture was a still pic of her doing that, her standing on her head, shaking her ass, showing her vulva to the world. But I got a notice from YouTube saying it goes against their sexual something guidelines. They were like, oh, we know you probably didn't mean to do this, so you won't get a strike. So I took that shit down and put up the Dirrty Dancing picture. So had I had the original picture there, it probably would have made more sense, especially if you know about this story. But couldn't do that, so I just changed it. But she was definitely doing some dirty dancing. All right? So what are we going to be talking about today? Well, the aforementioned Senator Tiara Mack, who filmed herself at the beach. She is a sitting senator. She's not just running for election. She's running for re-election. She is a sitting senator in the United States of America. She went to the beach, stood on her head, and twerked. If you don't know what twerking is, you're lucky. But twerking is when a woman shakes her ass in a provocative manner, usually to a beat. You usually find it inside strip clubs wanting money thrown at their gyrating parts. But that's what twerking is. And she did that as a sitting senator of the United States. Way to go, Tiara. Now, do you think she sees any shame in what she did? Do you think she sees anything wrong with what she did? Of course not. She's doubling down. She's tripling down on her disgusting nature. We'll get to that. D-Light, you got it. I'm glad you made it through. Thank you very much. Says, I'm tired of $146 to fill up my diesel truck. Florida here. That twerk stupid. It was stupid. It was horrible. It was embarrassing. It was so many things. Norfolk Southern Pokey District. How you doing today? $146, man. You're doing all right. If you were out here in California, you could go ahead and probably turn that 1 into a 2, or maybe turn that 4 into a 9, because diesel fuel here is over $7 a gallon. They're not playing around. Regular gas is $6.99, so it's creeping up on diesel as well. But the highest I've seen some diesel is $7.35, I think, a gallon. And that could not be the highest. That's just the highest I saw. Gross. So we'll be talking about Senator Tiara Mack, shaking her ass for votes, shaking her vulva for votes, as I put it in the description of this video. Kim Kardashian. Well, first, Jill Biden. When I put she saves Joe again at the 4th of July speech, if you want to call that, this 4th of July, him stumbling through his words. She had to tell him, because she's mic'd up, she had to tell him, make sure you say, God bless America. She had to tell the president that at a 4th of July speech. Make sure you say, God bless America. Oh, boy. Guitar Dude 777, what up? Hold on, I saw an interesting comment here I wanted to comment on. Just the tip. No, thank you. I could not do that. Russell Sperry says, my black buddies. Remember that song, My Buddy, My Buddy? What do they call it? My Black Buddy. Uh-oh, that'd be weird. My black buddies refuse to watch your videos, and it's getting annoying. Several of them have stopped talking to me because I thought it'd be funny to be open-minded. Hey, fuck them. You know, sometimes you got to do what's called shaking busters. All right, and busters are clowns and dummies you don't need around. So shake them, be done with them. If they don't want the red pill, don't force them. Don't put it in their mouth and pinch their nose and force them to swallow it. They gotta want to swallow it. So if you're trying to show them the light and they don't want to see it, fuck them. You can take a horse to the water. You can't shoot it. Isn't that how it goes? I don't know. That's what Biden said. I don't know. He probably did say something like that. But she had to tell him, hey, make sure you say God bless America on America's birthday, you old fuck. So I'll get to that super chat in a second. Kim Kardashian, she is an ungrateful idiot. You might have thought she was just a whore. No, she's an ungrateful idiot. We'll talk about the dumb thing she tweeted on the 4th of July, because these 4th of July tweets from these rich elites talking about how bad this country is funny to me. You have more means. You can move 100 families out of this country with you, but yet you stay. Kamala cackles at the cost. She was at some kind of forum or something in Louisiana, and they were the person interviewing her made a joke about how high the gas prices are, and Kamala thought that shit was funny. She thought it was hilarious. And you know what she does when she thinks something's hilarious? We'll get into that too. There'll be plenty of cackling today. John Yamas. Stop it, Jericho. You are just closed-minded. Twerking is culture. Pride check. Hey, I don't have to pride check anymore, John. All right? It is no longer June. Okay? I don't have to pride check. I don't have to be an ally until next year. John, you're right. Maybe I should be more open-minded. Because gyrating your reproductive organs is totally culture. It should be. It should be at the head of any culture. Because that's what's most important, ladies. All you are is a freaking twat. You're a clam. You're a vagine. That's what they say. That's what Senator Mack is saying. That's all I got. I got to bust it wide open. That's all I got. I bring nothing else to the table. Just this bush. Just this punani. There's a punana. And that's it. Spun Bearing 65. What do you have to say after giving a Hamilton? Thank you. Kim Kardashian was rated 2 watt by URL. I'm surprised she got that many. Now, if it was like a chlamydia council, she's number 1. You're number 1. Okay. So yeah, Kamala cackles. And then Kamala goes to Highland Park, Illinois, where they had the shooting, the mass shooting, mass murder on 4th of July. What a kick in the nuts. We're not going to send the president. We're going to send the vice president. And not only is it a vice president, it's Kamala Harris. Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, the politician who went horizontal so her career could go vertical. Nipping at Biden's heels as the worst speaker in American history, Kamala Harris. That's who they sent to the site of this mass shooting. Now, had the victims been black, hello, ayo, you would have had Biden and everybody else. You'd have Biden, former presidents, everybody there. They would have brought out the special ops race pimp team, everything. But unfortunately, killed a bunch of white folks. So it's of no use to us. Sorry, we looked at it through our Rubik's Cube of give a shit. We tried to line the colors up, white shooter, white victims. Ugh, just doesn't rate high on the care meter. So we'll send Kamala. And yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about. Some other things, of course. I'm sure you brilliant people will have some good questions in the comment section, good comments. So that'll take us in other directions as well. John Mick says July is MAGA month. Is it? Every month should be. Because everybody was winning when we had, well, you know, Brian King v. Falcone, Kamala. She does it all. She does it all. But she does have one requirement, Brian. Don't be rude to the first black blah, blah, who gives a shit what she is. But don't just say that she'll do that to anyone, Brian. Okay? She only does it to old guys. You got to be old. You got to have that silver cotton candy. Well, you have to talk like this. And then she gets all moist. G. Corber. Thank you very much for that super sticker. Brah. Billy Painter. Bad Billy. Thank you very much. He said, what are your thoughts on Megan Rapinoe getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom? Huh? She got the Presidential Medal of Freedom for what? Is there like a certain amount of poon you have to eat to get that award? How does a soccer player get the Presidential Medal of Freedom? What is that for? It must not be for shit if she got it. Can you get it for bitching too much? Can you get it for crying like a bitch, even though you make millions? Because if so, she deserves it. Fuck out of here. Those are my thoughts, Billy. I can't stand that idiot. The Amazing Wong, thank you for that super sticker. Pages. And all these fucking blue-haired jackasses with no natural predators in America. If you want a bad guy, you want this sexism, you want this racism, it exists. You just don't want it. You just don't want it. Hop on a plane. I know you can afford it. And go. Go do your good. Go be your SJW superhero. Be it. There's plenty of countries. Oh, yeah, but you don't have any protection in those countries, and they'll cut your head off, won't they? So you stay here from the safety of America and bitch. Whatever. Whatever. So, guys, you know how we do it. You know how we kick things off. You know how we start this. You know how we begin my favorite segment called Good Gun. Oh, yes. This is where we start off every live by talking about a story where a gun is in the hands of a good citizen. Shrek 5 ever. Yeah. Go to Saudi Arabia. Huh? Next time before you go to Dubai. It's so fun in Dubai. Why don't you go see one of your gay counterparts get shoved off a building or have their neck sawed off or sawed open in a public square? Since you want to go over there, why don't you hashtag that, you buffoon? Anywho, here's our story today of Good Gun. Pizza shop employee's son, 14, shoots would-be robber in the face. I already like the story. Says the 14-year-old son of a pizza shop employee shot one of 3 would-be robbers in the face after he started choking his mom in Philadelphia. You don't do that in Philly. I know it's a city of brotherly love. It's obviously not the city of motherly love because he choked that lady. He choked that mom in front of her kid. That's a no-no. Police arrived at the shop in Spring Garden neighborhood shortly before 10 p.m. Thursday and noticed a trail of blood that began inside the restaurant and went on for 3 blocks into the subway station at Broad and Spring Garden streets. The employee told police 3 men had entered and demanded money from the cash register, which she told them she couldn't open because she needed a code. The other employees said one of the men tried to reach over the counter and then began choking the woman, prompting her son to pull out a handgun from underneath the counter and shoot the alleged attacker once in the face. Darn it, it was only once. All 3 men ran off. Uh-oh, let's read that part one more time, shall we? Prompting her son to pull out a handgun from underneath the counter and shoot the alleged attacker once in the face. All 3 men ran off. So you mean to tell me when you pull out a gun, the bad guys recede like a low tide? Wow. Responding officers followed the blood trail to the subway station where they found the suspect bleeding heavily. Police also found a large amount of cash inside the suspect's pocket, though they did not find a gun. Investigators are unsure if the suspect was armed during the robbery or if he pretended to have a weapon. Either way, because the little boy, the young man didn't shoot him, because he had a gun. The young man shot him because he put his hands around his mother's neck. Uh-oh. The police said the same suspect was likely involved in another robbery that took place about 5 minutes prior at a nearby pharmacy. Oh, man. During that incident, 3 men entered the store and robbed the pharmacy. Police analyzed surveillance video from inside the pharmacy and determined one of the 3 suspects matched the description of the suspect who was shot while trying to rob the pizza shop. So he was just out and about. He was wilding out. He was just out there doing his thing. Man, that is so great. So he thought, hey, let me just get out here. Why don't me and the fellas, we're going to grab our ski mask. Hold on. There we go. He was like, you know what? We're just going to grab our ski mask, guys. I know we could work, but we're not going to do that. We're going to grab our ski mask, put our hands like this in our pocket. Hey, this is a stick up, right? We're going to go out there and get some cash. And then maybe after we get some cash, we get some bud, we get some drinks, maybe some bitches, get some food. Just have a good time. Let's go. We'll hit a few spots, be back here before noon, and it's all good. And it's all bad. Should have kept your hands to your damn self. You wanted to reach over the counter, get all handsy, start choking that woman. And unfortunately, there was someone there who was just not having that shit. So big ups to you, little kid. Like any story like this where somebody has to shoot somebody else, their hand is forced. I hope you don't have any negative mental, emotional repercussions from this. I hope you are able to understand that that man was going to harm your mother and you had no choice but to protect her and you. You did the right thing, young man, and I hope that you understand that. If not now, then someday. Good job. That kid should be getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom, not a mouthy, whiny, subpar member of the alphabet soup group. That little boy is more qualified for the Presidential Medal of Freedom than Megan Rapinoe's purple-haired bitch ass. Once again, she is beat by a 14-year-old, not just on the soccer field, but in life. Once again, Megan, member of the U.S. women's soccer team, you are beat by a teenage boy. Give him your medal. You don't deserve it. Anyway, LDS, German Shepherd boy, thank you for the twomp. He says, I'd like to see some shirts made saying Kamala, the cackling witch of the West. If I was a witch, I would take offense at that. I really would. I would not want my name, even as a mythical creature, to be attached to that woman in any way. And the witch is like, she's more like, gah, gah, gah. Like she shakes, like pictures will fall off the wall if she cackles too loud indoors. That woman is the personification of off-putting. Not like pudding, not that kind of pudding, like off-putting. Ew, that's what I mean. So, shall we get in that ass like a bike with no seat? Jason Williams says, good gun in his hometown. That's right, Philly, you stay safe out there because the DA doesn't care about regular citizens. They will let you get shot. But I read this not too long ago. I think it was on a live, where shootings where the shooter is a licensed gun carrier in Philadelphia have gone up from 7 to, I think, 19. So good job, legal gun owners, legal gun carriers in Philly. Continue to protect yourself because your DA will not. Senator Tiara Mack, you dirty son of a bitch. You hood rat. Is that right? Is that being nice? Because I don't want to hurt her feelings. Because, she's a POC. She's a WOC. All right, she's openly gay. She's Rhode Island's first openly gay senator ever elected, okay? Respect who she sleeps with. Respect the glistening face, okay? Respect her for who she sleeps with, not her accomplishments, not her goals for the people of Rhode Island, just who she sleeps with. That's the first thing you need to know about her. And the most important thing about her is that she loves a good clam. Who doesn't? But before I get into her disgusting acts, let's talk about what put her on the radar in the first place. She says, and I quote, "Really excited for the House sex ed bill hearing today. Teaching comprehensive, queer, inclusive, pleasure-based sex ed was a highlight of my time teaching." What the fuck did you just say? What did you say, you hood rat? Let me read that one more time for those of you who didn't pass out the first time. Really excited for the House sex ed bill hearing today. Teaching comprehensive, they love that word comprehensive, common sense, diverse, equity, equality. They love these words. They wrap themselves up in these words every night. Really excited for the House sex ed bill hearing today. Teaching comprehensive, queer, inclusive, pleasure-based sex ed was a highlight of my time teaching. Pleasure-based. And they want this bill she's talking about would have this taught to kids as young as 6th grade. Wait a minute. When I was a kid, and I didn't have sex ed until I was a freshman in high school, I wouldn't be mad at that either, waiting until then. But sex ed was exactly that. Education about your sex, about your body, and about reproduction. Not jerking off or flicking your bean or being a weirdo or telling you that, yeah, you can be whatever you feel you are, man. Speaking of feeling, let me have your hand. What kind of sick, weird shit is that? What do you mean you're excited about pleasure-based education? Who the fuck did you teach? Who handed their child over to your crazy ass 5 days a week? Do these parents know that's what you were teaching them? What grade did you teach? What the fuck? Pleasure-based sex ed. Why are you teaching kids about sexual pleasure? What do you know about sexual pleasure? The only thing inside of you was made of rubber. You don't know what real sexual pleasure is. What are you talking about? And that's whether you do or not. You're a teacher. Teach. The things you want to teach those kids about, and that's not teaching, that's indoctrinating. That's grooming. You're setting them up for a future where they don't mind weird sexual shit being done to them by anyone. They just want to be able to walk up to any kid they want, grab them, touch them, lick them, kiss them, whatever they want. They want the kids to be okay with it and see nothing wrong with it, so they don't run and tell mommy and daddy. And even if they do, let's hope mommy and daddy aren't two woke jackasses who think it's okay, who think it's sexual expression. Let them touch you, sweetheart. Let them touch you, honey. It's okay. So what? It's just love. She said she was excited. Now, let's see why we're talking about this dumbass today, shall we? Hope you don't have a full stomach or a full mouth. Whatever you got in your mouth, swallow it, spit it out. Because if you don't, there you go. Sitting senator, vote for Mack. That's what she says. Check it out. Boom, huh? What's that? I don't see your college degree in there. I don't see a resume in there. I just see birth canal and labia. Maybe it would have made more sense if you put your credentials in there. You put your diploma, had that sticking out of there. Or your voting record sticking out of there. Maybe that would have made sense. But all you did was stand on your head and gyrate your hips. Well, what do you vote? What do you want votes for? Best stripper? Hood rat of the month? What do you want? What? And anybody who would vote for her based on that, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. That wasn't even good twerking. And you can hear the person, whoever's filming it, that ass. Ooh, that ass. You know who that was? Those are her white friends who were standing around her, looking at her, laughing at her like the spectacle she is. This is supposed to be our culture? Why don't you stand at a podium instead of standing on your head at the beach, shaking your puss? Why don't you try doing that? What kind of votes are you expecting? And again, if someone votes for her because of that, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. You should be outraged and disgusted by that. Black Lake, thank you very much for the Hamilton. That video is the equivalent to waterboarding. You've made me watch it twice now. I'm sorry. Well, waterboarding, see, that's the thing. In waterboarding, they use water. That's like being waterboarded with 50% horse piss, 50% homeless piss, put it in a bottle, let it sit in the dashboard of a car for 24 hours, and then waterboard them with that. And make sure that the horse and the homeless dude had a healthy dose of asparagus before. That's what you were just waterboarded with. And I'm sorry about that, Black Lake. I didn't mean to do that twice. I'm sorry you had to see that. But she is a disgrace, an embarrassment on many levels. As an American, find me the whatever they call him, parliament member, prime minister, whoever, in any other country twerking for votes. So you've shamed us as Americans. You've shamed women of all colors. You've shamed Black women. You've shamed everyone who ever graduated from your college. And you've shamed all senators who can even be shamed. Because some of them are disgusting fucks too, with no shame. But all of those who could be shamed, you've shamed them. Black folks are appalled. Niggas are like, I don't see a problem. Some girl, I uploaded that to my page on Instagram at JG Talk. She was like, you guys are just jealous. Jealous of what? Of that? Yeah, I don't want that. And she is a senator. There was a time not too long ago where that meant something. That's prestigious. You're a United States senator. You're in a position of power and authority, and this is how you treat it. This is how you act when you're in that office. Now, I know some of you dirty bastard empty suits don't care about that. And you could care less about the American people or the position they've given you. I understand that. But some of us still view that as a position that is important. That is of note. You're a senator. Wouldn't that be a shame if other places in history, Black women were acting like that? Is that how Condoleezza Rice got in the White House with Bush? She was like, yeah. Fuck all those degrees. Look at this. Huh? Help me balance on my head. And she was just fucking, Condoleezza Rice was like, yeah. Do you like that? You like that, W? How's that for all the other candidates? I bet they ain't doing this. Is that how she did it? What about Rosa Parks? Before she got in the bus, she was like, oh shit, hold my purse. Oh, you want to see some change? Watch this. Help me balance on my head. Huh? You go sit in the back. Why are you sitting in the back? Look at what I got back here, huh? Twerking it. Did she do that? What about Harriet Tubman? Hold on. Hey, stop, guys. Bring that lamp over here. Y'all want to see this. Help me balance on my head. Huh? Underground Railroad. You better look at this railroad. You better look at this caboose. I'm shaking back here. Harriet, we got to go. Nah, fuck that. This is the culture. Huh? Look at that. Bring another lamp over here. I don't care. I hear the hound dogs too. I'm trying to show you some culture. What about Mae Jemison? She was the first Black astronaut. Or was she the first Black female astronaut? Remember, she was on the cover of Ebony magazine my mom used to get when I was a kid. You think she did that before she boarded the space shuttle? Hold up. Hold my helmet. Help me balance on my head. Huh? You like that? Get a picture of this. We're going to go to the moon. Look at this moon first. Huh? Backing it up. Twerking. This is for the culture. NASA was like, shit, if she could twerk like that, put her up in space. I don't need to know where she went to school. But moves like that, girl, you going places. Huh? Coretta Scott King. Hold up. At Martin Luther King's funeral, hold up. Hold my veil. Help me balance on my head. Huh? Boom. Take that with you, Martin. Take that with you. This is for the culture. Got all these people here looking here. Let me act like this. Let me twerk it for you, America. Are you watching, America? What the fuck? Excuse me. That was disgusting. What the fuck happened? When did we get to a point where that is okay? She is not admonished across the board by every outlet, every person. I wonder if James Brown, damn it, I always get them. Who is it? Who is the senator from the 43rd district in Los Angeles? Is it James Brown or Maxine Waters? You tell me right now. Because that son of a bitch looks like the hardest working man in entertainment. But we'll call him Maxine for now, but that's James Brown. But remember when Retardie B and Megan Thee Stallion came out with that song called WAP? Stood for wet ass pussy. Yep. And she played it. She was on a Zoom call. She played it for Maxine Waters. And she was listening to it. She's like, uh-huh. And Megan Thee Stallion, even though she's an idiot, she was like, when it's over, she was embracing. She was embracing for the tongue lashing that she thought Maxine Waters was going to give her, because any elderly person would probably do that after listening to that filth. And Maxine Waters goes, oh, that's audacity. That's audacity. That's empowerment. Yes. What? So if she said that about that song, she must be beside herself. Her wig must be all crooked with excitement of what this woman did. It wasn't a song. She acted that shit out. She acted it out. She's like, they sing about it. I'm going to be about it. I'm going to stand on my head as a current senator of the United States of America, and I'm going to gyrate my clam and ass for the world. Thank you, Tiara. Rance and Shan, thank you very much. Doesn't cable TV have a censorship standard that didn't catch this one? This should be illegal in the public sphere. I agree. But it's not. This is what you should be. This is what you should strive for, young ladies. Damn the accolades and the accomplishments. Learn how to balance on your head and shake that ass. Empowerment. Hashtag empower me. Hashtag headstand. Handstand. Whatever. Spunbearing 65, thank you for the Hamilton. Senator Shame shaking for that crack money. That's right. If she should team up with the other chick who wanted the dope boy money. Maybe they could do something. They hook up, she does twerking, the dope boys give the money, she gets it to her campaign, everybody wins. I'm just saying. Just a taxpayer thinking, that's all. Just a taxpayer thinking out loud. T, that's it, one letter. That's all you need. Thank you very much. Says, at the grocery store wearing my JG hat and a random American yelled out, Jericho Green. Made my day. Hey, that's what's up. Made my day too. Thank you very much. Thanks for getting that green gear. I appreciate that. You can still get 20% off, promo code FATHER, all caps. I'm just putting that out there. Be like T. Thank you, T. Appreciate that. But how disgusting is that? Shout out to my man, Craig Long. I was talking to him about this last night. Just who would do this? What other subculture, Charles Turner, what's up, man? I see you. What other subculture would have this? What other subculture would have this and then be pushed to the front, to the forefront, to represent that entire group? Because that's what they're doing. There's people out there who don't see a problem with this. If you don't see a problem, you're the problem. That is disgusting. Now, you take those same moves, put it inside a strip club, I don't have a problem with that. I don't care. But you're supposed to be a senator. And then you want pleasure-based sex ed taught to children as young as 6th grade. You are a fucking pervert. You're a pervert. What does that mean? How does she put it? Queer inclusive. What? Queer? How are queer people excluded? Aren't you just talking about your body? No matter who you give your body to, it's a body, right? So we all got the same equipment. So what do you mean inclusive? How are they being excluded? Do they have a different body? Do they have more than one genital or something? How are they being excluded from this? Queer inclusive. That should not be the most important thing about you, Tiara. Who you scissor with should not be at the top of your resume. We don't care. What we care about is our kids. And what does that mean, pleasure-based sex ed? I just pictured dildos and anal beads. What does that have to do with kids in school? Fucking weirdo. That's what they want. They want a bunch of desensitized perverts walking around. So they can grab, lick, spit, kiss, whatever they want. And it's okay. Because that's the ultimate, what do they call it? Kink. That's the ultimate taboo. They must have it. And they're fucking sick. Venmo, GreenforGreen. Cash.app, $Jericho Green. 1 super chats. Get them in. I read. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California. 95961-9998. The recent string of mass shootings, especially those in schools, is bringing about stricter gun reform bills. Congress has just passed the most significant gun reform bill we've seen in decades. But bad guys will always have access to guns. Unfortunately for law-abiding citizens, the Second Amendment has never been more at risk of being infringed than this year. A new site is showing their support for the Second Amendment to create change, and you can get in on it too. The Support the Second coin usually retails for $24.95, but it's currently free for a limited time to bring awareness to the issues affecting gun owners today. The coin has been beautifully engraved on both sides, one side stating the bold text, "The Second Amendment is my gun permit." Get your free Second Amendment coin today by going to supportthesecond.com. That's supportthesecond.com. Yes. Oh, somebody snuck another super in here. You thought that was going to get past me? Valerie Rogers. Nope. Eagle Eye. Got it. Thank you very much. It says they want weirdos ruling the world. I think the weirdos already ruling the world. They just have to keep their weird under wraps until they beat it into all of our heads down here and we're okay with it. Then the weirdos will show their weird. But I think they're already in place, really. But I appreciate that, Valerie. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, from Senator Hoodrat on to, so Jill Biden, why don't they just give her like a white outfit, like an orderly? She should wear orderly's uniform. She should be dressed like nurses used to, all white, got the little nurse hat with the red cross on it, the white stocking, those white wedge shoes. I should ask my mom what those are called because she used to wear those back in the day when she was in the Army. She was a nurse in the Army. But them big ass nurse Ratchet, is that what her name? Nurse Cratchit, or whatever. She should be dressed like that, but because she's on duty. She is there with her patient. She is on the clock because she is constantly leading that man around and telling him what to say, reminding him to say the most basic things. If you are the president of the United... I couldn't even finish saying that. When you are the resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and you are giving a speech, barely, during the 4th of July, the one thing you must end with, GAA. I know, I'm just calling her for the sake of the story. She ain't no real. Well, they should at least call her Nurse Biden because she's definitely nursing this fool. But the one thing you're definitely supposed to say at the end of your speech on the 4th of July, as the resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, is God bless America, because it's America's birthday. But you think this mushmouth pudding eating son of a bitch did that? Of course not. He's thinking about other things like the Matlock Marathon or the faint scent of an 8-year-old close by. That's what he's thinking about. If you put a microphone inside of Joe Biden's brain, it probably sounds like, rah, 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 monkeys love tuna fish, and peanut butter is a great topping for steak. 9-year-old kids are... He ain't thinking about what he's supposed to be saying. That's why she had to lean over and tell him, make sure you say, God bless America. That's like if a preacher was in front of the church and he's saying a prayer and the first lady has to reach over or lean over to him and say, make sure you say amen. Like, no shit. Yes shit. Now it's yes shit. Change. There's no more no shit. It's yes shit. So remember, Easter. She had to tell, what did she have to remind him to say? Happy Easter or some shit like that. She had to tell him to say Happy Easter. And then she had to tell him on the 4th of July to say, God bless America. My goodness. Are we all complicit in elderly abuse? Elder abuse? Are we? Should we go and I don't want to get flagged in any way or be on the Secret Service's radar, but maybe we can get a group of people to go to the White House, knock on the front door, and kindly ask them to bring Joe Biden out so we can take him to the proper facilities. Rachel asks, it's elderly abuse. Thank you, Rachel. Should we? Should we go and kindly ask for custody of Joe Biden so we can take him to where he can be taken care of? He can get the right medication. He has plenty of room, plenty of fresh air. He can have visitors whenever he wants. His favorite snacks on Fridays. Maybe we can put him in charge of the activities or something. Give him, something. Maybe he can hand out the sewing supplies or something. I don't know. Give him something to do. Make him feel important. No soul warrior vibe. Don't you say that. Oscar, don't you say that either. But can't we take him somewhere where he needs to be? Like, you ever see a homeless person with a dog and you just want to take you shouldn't be living like this, man. You should be with some grass and room to run around and squirrels to chase. You know what I mean? Like, you just want to take him out of that situation. I don't want to see him getting abused like this on TV every night, getting abused by the world, laughed at. As he leaves the G7 summit, they basically kick him in his ass with the instep of their foot. Get out of here, Joey. I don't want to see that happen to him. I want to see him frolicking. Butterflies. That's what I want to see. I want to see him with more butterscotch pudding than he knows what to do with. Remember that scene in Joe Dirt where he accidentally stayed the night inside of a house that was being tented for termites? And that scene where he's sitting in the sink with lipstick around his mouth and he's kicking his legs around going, la, la, la. That's what I want for Joe Biden. I want him to be able to sit there in a big tub of butterscotch pudding and just kick his legs around that the black kids used to like to touch because he had blonde hair on him. Just having a good time living out the twilight of his life, not being abused daily like this, given things that he cannot handle. The list of things he can't handle keeps growing. Are we complicit in this? Should we go get him? I don't mean take him or kidnap him, but hey, can we have him? Just go up to the door can we have him? They'll know who you mean. Just take him, get a blanket around him. Hey, it'll be all right, man. You'll be okay. Are there ducks there I can feed? Yeah, man, we got all that stuff. We got all the arts and crafts and everything you need. I'm just saying, man, poor guy. You poor little bastard. Where'd that super chat go? Come here. There it is. Sunny Singh, thank you very much. Greetings from Fresno. Again, Jericho, keep up the good work. That Barry O impression you do is always fun to hear. By the way, ever watch this cop show called Martial Law around 1998? If not, definitely check it out. Was it a TV show? Martial Law. See, now you're going to make me go down this rabbit hole. Martial Law TV show. It says American comedy. Oh, yeah, with fucking Sammo Hung. I remember that shit with Sammo Hung, Arsenio Hall, and that, what's that dude's name? Always play like the tough Italian guy. Hey. Oh, man. Martial Law. And when you have Jackie Chan and shit on there sometimes because they're homeboys. Remember that shit? Yeah, Sunny Singh. I have watched that TV show. It's been a minute. Damn. Oh, and yeah, the Barry O impression. Thanks, man. My name's Barack Obama, and I only say things that Michelle Obama lets me say because I don't want to piss her off. She has a way tighter handshake than I do and wider shoulders. Fresno. If you're over in Fresno, Sonny, I know it's about 175 right now. Fresno don't play around. When the sun vacations from Arizona, it goes to Fresno. Believe that. Fresno, Clovis, Central Valley. Oh, no. Don't fuck around over there. If you don't like heat, don't go there. Because it's what they do. It's what they do out there is heat. So, yes. Basically what I'm trying to say is get Joe Biden a nurse's outfit because she's on the clock. Now, let's talk about Kim Kardashian, that stupid idiot. On the 4th of July, she joined a laundry list of dumbasses who were saying putting out all these anti-American tweets. All these, America isn't the home of the brave and the free, and all this stupid shit that you can say from a country that's chock full of freedom, right? So she says that Independence Day has been canceled. What? She said it's been canceled for lack of independence. Oh, burn. You hear that, Supreme Court? You got burned by Kim Kardashian, top slut in America. Are you kidding me? And it was a jab at the Supreme Court since they overturned Roe v. Wade. Now women don't have any rights. Shut up, you whore. What are you talking about? You are famous for filming yourself getting fucked by a dude. Shut your stupid ass up. Then it turns out Ray J, they always said he's the bad guy. He released it. He did this to us. Her own mother signed a deal with him before they released the tape. So not only are you a sick, disgusting piece of shit, so is your pimp ass mother. Your mother should have a hat on with like a leopard skin strip around it and a feather sticking out and a big ass cane, and she should talk like this. Yeah, bitch. Because your mom is a pimp. What mother would negotiate the contract for her daughter's sex tape? That shit is sick. And that skank of Southern California says that America has a lack of independence? Why? And nothing's going to happen. You live in California, you jackass. Ain't nothing going to happen. Oh, you're showing solidarity for your sisters outside of California? Shut up. What's your address, Kim Kardashian? I want to send CPS to you. She's also the same person that saw no problem with her 8-year-old having a social media page, having a TikTok, after crying about them seeing something about her sex tape online. So somebody sent your kid a message about his mother's sex tape. He could have potentially seen you taking some dick and you think it's okay to have that kid stay on social media. I don't agree with everything China did, but you were onto something with that one-child policy, because you had to go through a screening process to have that one child. Oh, if we only had a screening process for Kim Kardashian. Ew. You bloated, Botox, bubbled, bumbling buffoon. What the fuck? Lack of independence? Take all those Armenian skanks you're related to, all your families, all their baby daddies and illegitimate kids, charter a private flight, and get the fuck out of here. Go. You have no more independence. You have no more rights. You want your daughter to grow up in a country with no rights for her? What kind of monster are you? And you have the means to leave and give her a wonderful life somewhere else, and you don't? You're a bigger piece of shit than I thought, Kim, and I thought you were huge. I'm talking like skyscraper-sized piece of shit. You can see the corn and peanuts in that piece of shit for miles. That's weird. This country has no rights for you or your daughter, and you're going to stay here. Boy, oh boy. That's weird. I don't get that. 4th of July is canceled because lack of independence. Ooh, send hashtag got ya. Shut the fuck up, you idiot. Your whole family's a bunch of dumbasses. No one, look what you guys did to Bruce Jenner. You did that to him. He was normal before he got around you skanks. You did that to Bruce. Fucking clown. Tammy, what's up? Thank you very much. Tammy says, I'm a retired registered nurse. I'll go and do a wellness check since I used to do healthcare. Hey, go please. White House, when Tammy gets there, let her in. Lead her to the patient. Tell us what you find, Tammy. I think you already know what you're going to find, Tammy, because you've seen this before. You've seen senility in the beginning, the middle, and the ending stages. You know what you're going to find, Tammy. You know what you're going to find when you go examine Bidenus pervertus. First of all, when you go, Tammy, make sure that you dress and make yourself look as old as possible. That'll keep his hands to himself. If you show any signs of youth, he's on you. Okay? So don't hug any kids in your life before you go. You know, you go somewhere and pet someone's dog. You get home and your dog's all up on you because they smell them. Same thing. Don't hug no kids. Don't be around no kids. Don't even drive near any elementary schools. You might have your window down. The pheromones get on you. You get there. You're trying to conduct an examination, and he's pawing at you. Come here. I know that smell anywhere. So be careful, Tammy. But I think you know exactly what you're going to fucking find. You've seen this before. Venmo, GreenforGreen, Cash.app, $, Jericho Green 1, super chat like Tammy did. I told you, you super chat, I read them. Shut up, you stupid malware protection bullshit. Super chats, yes. P.O. Box, if you want to do it old school, I'm going to the post office today. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. If you want to send a donation that way, put a question, a comment, or whatever. I will also read those. All right? Every time I read Kamala Harris's name, I just laugh. It's not because she's funny. It's because she's so dangerous and she keeps failing upward. So she was at some kind of forum or something. She was sitting on stage talking to somebody. And they're talking about gas prices. And the lady she was being interviewed by, says, yeah, I saw a meme and it said, how did she put it? It was something to the effect of people have to like take out loans to buy gas, or you have to, do something extreme to see if you can afford gas. It was a joke about the high gas prices. Oh, that's what it was. She said, gas prices are so high that people are Googling how to make gas at home, which is pretty funny. It might not be far from the truth come the near future. But it was a funny joke. And she goes, "Oh, don't do that." Gah, 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 gah. The glasses started falling off the table and shit, and the beams were shaking. There was fucking drywall falling from the ceiling. I'm just kidding about that last part. But she starts cackling and laughing like that shit's funny. Now, I'm not saying she should be void of humor because she's the vice president, but you definitely shouldn't laugh at the things people are going through when your boss, that you called a racist, won't do anything about it. He's sending angry letters to gas station owners talking about they need to lower the prices. But what's around 60% or more of gas stations are owned by families. They're not rich guys out on a boat doing cocaine off of some 19-year-old's butt crack before the wind blows it away. They're families that own these damn gas stations. So how are they supposed to just, hey, lower your prices? Stop price gouging these people. Stop living in opulence so they can get by. No, you dummy. You're not supposed to laugh at that. But they can't help. You can't help but laugh at things that you think are funny. If you see a little kid fall, as long as they're not hurt, that shit's funny. You ever watch Funniest Home Videos? It's funny because nobody was really getting hurt. It was funny. So of course you laugh. Michelle Hammock, thank you very much. She says, I cash tapped you twice during this live. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Right back at you. Thank you very much. But why was that so funny? And it wasn't just like, and that was it. She laughed. She looked like she was having a good time. Is it possible to be that out of touch? Is she like missing part of her brain? I don't understand. How can you be that out of touch and that unaware of it? Or do you just not care? She's some kind of, what they call a sociopath. She knows it, just doesn't care. She has no empathy. Tolly Jackson, thank you very much for that. I don't understand. Are they just not empathetic at all with regular everyday people? Why would you even do that? That was an opportunity for her to not look like a disconnected robot. That's not funny right now. People are really struggling with the gas prices and inflation. Another missed opportunity, Kamala. Another missed opportunity to make yourself look human, to make yourself look like you might give a damn. You might have a drop or two of give a damn. Misanthrope, you're right. They hate us. How? Like I never said teachers, mean teachers. If you don't like teaching kids, then don't fucking teach. Parents who don't like their kids are mean to them. If you don't like children, then don't make them. If you don't like the American people, then don't work for us. Don't be in America. Didn't you grow up in Canada, eh? Go back up there with Justin Castro. Go back to your home, Canada. America ain't your home. You grew up in Canada. So why don't you go up there? Go laugh at them. Laugh at what they're paying a liter for gas. Why are you laughing at that shit? If you were doing your job, number one, if you were doing your job, you wouldn't be on no stage at some bullshit forum in Louisiana. You'd be down at the border with your sleeves rolled up, filthy and unshowered because you've been focusing on the task at hand. You don't give a damn. You got Biden suing Arizona for not having voter IDs to make their path from the South even easier. You're going to make sure. You are going to make sure that you don't make it down to the border. That's your goal, is to never go to the border. Because if you went to the border, you'd be forced to face what's going on and fix it. And fixing the border flies in the face of your plan, your permanent power grab. That's why you want a flood of illegals to come up here. You offer them free shit, you assume that they'll vote for you in the future. And in most cases, they will. Human nature. Disgusting. Miss Pepsi Girl, what's up? Appreciate that. Thank you, Betty Mosh. The recent string of mass shootings, especially those in schools, is bringing about stricter gun reform bills. Congress has just passed the most significant reform bill we've seen in decades, but bad guys will always have access to guns. Unfortunately for law-abiding citizens, the Second Amendment has never been more at risk of being infringed than this year. A new site is showing their support for the Second Amendment. To create change, you can get into it too. The Support the Second Amendment coin usually retails for $24.95, but it's currently free for a limited time to bring awareness to the issues affecting gun owners today. This coin has beautiful engravings on both sides, and one side stating in bold text, "The Second Amendment is my gun permit." Get your free Second Amendment coin today by going to supportthesecond.com. That is supportthesecond.com. Shit. Hold on, let me there we go. I got some shit so I don't forget it. But what an out of touch jackass. And then they send her down to Highland Park, Illinois, where they unfortunately had the mass shooting where that little fucking cartoon character got out there and shot those people who were trying to enjoy a 4th of July parade. Monster. So they sent her down there to the scene of the crime. And yes, J-Pet, Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare. that's why I call her that. That's exactly why I call her that. And for some reason, if the Kamala from the WWF were in her position, I would take him more seriously, and he'd probably do a better job. R.I.P. though, I think he's dead, and he'd still probably do a better job. But they send her to Highland Park, Illinois, to the site of the shooting. Why wasn't the president there? He was in Uvalde. That's only because it was kids, though, because all the victims were Mexican, and so was the shooter. He had to do that because they were kids. But if there were no kids killed, if it was the same amount of people killed, but they weren't children, he wouldn't have gone to that shit. He went to Buffalo. He did that. He didn't go to Kenosha, or was it Waukesha, where the guy ran down the people in the Christmas parade. He didn't go to that. He didn't go to Sacramento when 6 people were killed outside of a club in one night by these two guys, these two brothers. He didn't go to that because it was black shooters, black victims. And again, white shooter, white victims. He's not going to Highland Park. So what's up with that? Oh, I think we know why. In their Rubik's Cube of give a shit. You know, with a Rubik's Cube, you haven't won, you haven't completed it until all the colors line up. All the colors are the same. All the colors are right. And if the colors aren't right, if the shooter's not white, good night. We're out of here. Pack it up. There's no need to be here. There's no power to be squeezed from this fruit. Let's go. Plenty of victims, plenty of bodies. They're just not the right color. Reminds me of a scene from a Bruce Lee movie when I was a kid. It was Chinese Connection. They call it Fist of Fury too, but fuck that. When I first saw the movie, it was called The Chinese Connection, so that's how I know it. It's the one that takes place during the Japanese occupation of China, of Shanghai. And it's the one where he fights the whole class, you know, of the black belts and shit. But there's one scene where he's going into a park, and on the sign outside of the park, it says, no Chinese and no dogs allowed. And this group, or this lady is walking a dog into the park. And there's this big old Indian dude there, like standing guard at the park, and he has this big old turban on. And Bruce Lee tells him, "Hey, what's with that then?" And he looks at him and he goes, "Sorry, you did wrong color." So he told him, "You did wrong color." So if the victims and the perpetrators' colors do not line up, I'm sorry, you're the wrong color. They don't care. They don't give a shit. There could be 100 bodies out here. If the right colored man didn't take those lives, if they're not the right color, nothing to see here. It'll be a blip on the news for a little bit, but that's it. Nothing more. No presidential visits. But don't worry. Don't worry, Highland Park. Kamala's on the case. Hide your old men or she'll get distracted. Hope that shooting didn't take place near a convalescent home, or Kamala will not be able to concentrate. She will lose focus. Kamala Harris. How about you don't send anybody? How about send no one? Rather than sending her to do what? Cackle, misspeak, lie, do weird shit with her hands, and talk to you like you're 6 years old. Kamala Harris. Boy, you talk about an insult. People, oof. I'm sure tomorrow, I'm sure overnight some crazy shit is going to happen. I will be right here to talk about it. Question is, will you? Oh, I think you will. But we did it, guys. Another live. You were great. I was great. We were great. Say it with me, class. Oh, can't say it yet. Miss Pepsi Girl. She said, man, you come straight out of a comic book. That was Enter the Dragon, Jim Kelly, when he was about to fight Han. Han, that was his name. The guy who was with the interchangeable hands. He fucked Jim Kelly up, too. He told him, you can't leave the island. He goes, man, you come straight out of a comic book. Love it. Tammy, I didn't change the time. Every day, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right here, Tammy, and everybody else. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.